Have you noticed that your mornings don't feel quite the way they used to? If you're over 50 and certain parts of your life aren't responding like they once did, you're far from alone. Here's something that may genuinely surprise you. Most men already begin every single day with a cup of coffee. Yet very few realize that this familiar morning habit can become far more than just a source of caffeine. With a handful of ordinary ingredients that are probably already sitting in your kitchen, that daily cup may help support healthier circulation, steadier energy, and even improve the kind of physical performance that many men quietly begin to worry about as the years go by. I'm Dr. Nora Hayes, a urologist who has spent the last 7 years helping men over the age of 50 regain confidence, restore their vitality, and feel stronger both physically and mentally. Today, I'm going to walk you through a simple morning routine that transforms an ordinary cup of coffee into a drink thoughtfully designed to support your body's natural performance. There are no expensive supplements to buy, no complicated devices to set up, and no miracle products making impossible promises. Instead, we're going to focus on practical, science-backed ingredients that work alongside your body's own systems rather than against them. Before we begin, I'd appreciate one small favor. Take just a few seconds to press the like button, leave a comment telling me where you're watching from, and subscribe with notifications turned on. That way, you'll never miss any of my future videos filled with straightforward, judgment-free advice designed to help you protect your health, maintain your strength, and enjoy life with greater confidence. Now, let's talk about something that many men misunderstand. When morning performance begins to slowly decline after the age of 50, most people immediately point the finger at testosterone. While hormones certainly do play an important role, they're very often not the biggest reason behind the changes you're noticing. At the same time, the tiny arteries responsible for carrying blood where it needs to go begin to narrow little by little, year after year. That combination makes it considerably harder for blood to flow efficiently throughout the entire body. A regular cup of coffee may offer you a quick boost because of its caffeine, but that boost doesn't solve the underlying cause. It simply provides temporary stimulation, while the real problem remains completely untouched. Think of it a bit like placing fresh paint over a cracked wall instead of repairing the foundation hiding behind it. The appearance changes for a short while, but the weakness underneath stays exactly where it was. What your body truly needs is better nutritional support. You need ingredients that gently encourage healthy blood flow, help maintain hormonal balance, and provide lasting energy instead of a short-lived spike followed by an inevitable crash. The encouraging news is that these ingredients are neither rare nor expensive. Over the past 7 years, I've had the privilege of working with thousands of men from every background imaginable. I've cared for construction workers, engineers, school teachers, retired military veterans, small business owners, and countless others who honestly believed their healthiest years were already behind them. Many of them thought prescription medication was their only remaining option, but time after time, we discovered that meaningful improvements often started with surprisingly simple lifestyle adjustments. Morning coffee happens to be one of the easiest and most natural places to start. Unfortunately, most people either drink their coffee completely plain or load it up with sugar and flavored creamers without ever realizing they're missing a genuinely valuable opportunity. When prepared the right way, coffee becomes far more than a beverage that simply helps you wake up. It becomes an effective delivery system for nutrients that support healthier blood vessels, better energy production, and overall male wellness. Timing matters as well. Adding the right ingredients early in the day allows your body to benefit from them when your natural biological processes are becoming active. Today, I'll walk you through 5 simple additions that can completely change the way your morning coffee works for you. For each one, I'll explain not only what it does inside your body, but also why those biological effects matter in everyday life. Let's begin with the first ingredient, one that many people already have sitting in their kitchen cabinet without ever realizing how valuable it can be. That ingredient is cinnamon. Cinnamon is much more than a spice that makes your coffee smell warm and comforting on a cold morning. When used correctly and consistently, it can become one of the simplest daily habits to support healthier circulation and noticeably more stable energy levels. However, There is one important detail that many people genuinely overlook. Not every type of cinnamon is equally safe for daily use. For everyday consumption, I recommend Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes called true cinnamon, because it contains much lower amounts of coumarin, a naturally occurring compound that can be hard on the liver when consumed in large amounts over time. That makes Ceylon cinnamon a far safer option for regular use than the more common cassia cinnamon you'll find on most grocery store shelves. That small difference truly matters when you're planning to make this part of your morning routine for months, or even years at a stretch. Now, let's look at what cinnamon actually does inside the body once you begin consuming it regularly. One of its biggest strengths is helping the body maintain healthier blood sugar levels. Instead of allowing blood sugar to spike sharply after breakfast and then fall just as quickly an hour or two later, cinnamon helps smooth out those fluctuations throughout the morning. You might be wondering why blood sugar control has anything to do with male performance. The connection is actually very important. Repeated blood sugar spikes, especially over years, can gradually damage the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. The smallest arteries in your body are usually the first to suffer from this kind of daily wear and tear. The tiny blood vessels that supply the penis are incredibly narrow, even thinner than many people realize, which makes them especially vulnerable to poor circulation. When those vessels gradually lose their flexibility, blood flow becomes less efficient. Without healthy blood flow, reliable erections become much more difficult to achieve and maintain. Cinnamon contains natural plant compounds called polyphenols that help protect those small blood vessels while supporting healthier circulation over time. This isn't going to create an overnight transformation. Instead, it helps your body function more closely to the way it was originally designed to function. That steady, patient support is exactly what many men quietly need as they grow older. The emotional benefits can be just as meaningful. When your circulation begins to improve and your body starts responding more consistently, you gradually stop spending so much mental energy worrying about whether everything will work when the moment finally arrives. Instead of carrying quiet doubt into your relationship, you begin feeling more relaxed, more present, and more confident. That confidence often reduces background stress, and lower stress creates an even better internal environment for healthy performance. Adding cinnamon to your daily routine couldn't be easier. Start with 1/4 teaspoon mixed into your morning coffee each day. Most people notice within a week or two that their energy feels steadier throughout the morning hours, instead of rising quickly and crashing hard before lunchtime. Many also find that they experience noticeably fewer caffeine jitters. I remember one gentleman who came to see me at the age of 58. He worked as a contractor, spending long hours on active construction sites that demanded both physical strength and sharp mental focus. By early afternoon, he was completely exhausted. After making several small lifestyle improvements, including adding Ceylon cinnamon to his morning coffee, he noticed something genuinely encouraging. His energy no longer disappeared entirely after lunch. Instead of desperately needing another cup of coffee, he felt steady, productive, and alert right up until the end of the workday. Now, let's move on to the second ingredient. If your goal is improving circulation naturally through the foods you already eat, this may be one of the most valuable additions you can possibly make. I'm talking about unsweetened cocoa powder. And I want to emphasize one very specific word here: unsweetened. This is not the sugary, milky powder used to make hot chocolate at the mall. It's real dark cocoa with no added sugar. The reason unsweetened cocoa is so valuable comes down to a group of natural plant compounds known as flavonoids. One flavonoid in particular, called epicatechin, has been widely studied for its remarkable ability to support the natural production of nitric oxide inside your body. Nitric oxide is the signaling molecule that tells your blood vessel walls to relax and gently widen, allowing blood to move more freely throughout the body. As men grow older, natural nitric oxide production tends to decline steadily, year after year. That's one of the main reasons circulation gradually becomes less efficient with age. By providing your body with cocoa's natural flavonoids on a regular basis, you're helping support that important biological process, instead of simply depending on temporary stimulation that fades within an hour or two. Better nitric oxide activity means healthier blood vessel function. Healthier blood vessels mean improved circulation throughout the entire body, including the areas that matter most for reliable male performance. Over time, this may contribute to firmer, more dependable erections while also benefiting your heart, your brain, and your muscles along the way. Many men also describe a noticeable change in the way they feel mentally. Improved blood flow often brings a greater sense of alertness, sharper focus, and a renewed sense of confidence. Using cocoa in your morning routine is wonderfully simple. Just stir 1 level teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder into your freshly brewed morning coffee. It creates a rich, smooth, deep flavor that's surprisingly similar to a cafe-style mocha, but without loading your body with unnecessary sugar or empty calories. There's another advantage that many people genuinely don't expect. Cocoa also contains naturally occurring compounds, including anandamide-like substances and phenylethylamine, which are associated with supporting a healthy mood and promoting a greater sense of overall well-being. In other words, this small addition may benefit not only your circulation, but also the way you feel mentally from hour to hour. Now, let's move on to the third ingredient, one that has been genuinely valued for centuries in traditional nutrition across multiple cultures around the world. I'm talking about maca root powder. This remarkable plant grows high in the mountains of Peru, where it has been used for generations to help support stamina, endurance, and overall vitality in men of all ages. Many people casually refer to maca as nature's Viagra, but that nickname doesn't really explain how it actually works. Unlike prescription medications that temporarily increase blood flow through a single mechanism, maca supports your body in a much gentler, more holistic, and more natural way. Rather than forcing a short-term physiological response, it helps nourish the systems involved in steady energy production, gentle hormone balance, and long-term physical resilience. Maca contains 19 amino acids, along with valuable minerals such as magnesium and zinc, plus several unique plant compounds that may help support healthy testosterone production and overall male wellness. That means the benefits usually appear gradually over weeks, rather than dramatically overnight. Many men notice that they simply begin feeling more like themselves again. Their motivation quietly improves, their physical energy increases, their workouts feel stronger and more enjoyable, and they often report feeling mentally sharper and emotionally more balanced. Adding maca to your morning routine is refreshingly easy. Mix 1 teaspoon into your morning coffee about 3 or 4 times each week. Unlike caffeine, which acts within minutes, maca works through patient consistency. Most men begin noticing meaningful improvements after 2 to 3 weeks of regular use. Its flavor is mild, slightly nutty, and has a pleasant malt-like taste that blends well with coffee. If you're shopping for maca root, you'll probably notice several different varieties. Yellow maca is generally considered the mildest and is an excellent choice for general wellness. Red maca is often selected by men interested in supporting long-term prostate health. Black maca is commonly preferred by those looking to maximize physical energy, stamina, and exercise performance. Whichever variety you ultimately choose, consistency will matter far more than the specific color you pick. Now, let's continue with the fourth ingredient, one that often genuinely surprises people the very first time they hear about adding it to coffee. Coconut oil. At first glance, adding oil to coffee may sound unusual, but once you understand the science behind it, the combination starts to make a lot more sense. Your body relies on healthy fats to produce many important hormones, including testosterone. Hormone production simply doesn't happen efficiently without the right raw building blocks. Coconut oil provides medium-chain triglycerides, commonly known as MCTs. These fats are fundamentally different from many other dietary fats because they're absorbed and processed very quickly by your body. After you consume them, your liver rapidly converts them into usable energy rather than storing them away for later. That means you receive a more consistent source of fuel throughout the morning hours, instead of depending entirely on caffeine alone for energy. Steadier energy allows you to stay focused, physically active, and mentally alert without experiencing the dramatic highs and lows that many people associate with drinking multiple cups of coffee throughout the day. To get started, blend 1 teaspoon of coconut oil directly into your morning coffee. Using a small blender, milk frother, or handheld mixer creates a smooth, creamy, satisfying texture that's very similar to a specialty cafe latte. If you've never used coconut oil this way before, begin with a smaller amount and gradually increase it over time. Starting slowly is usually the most comfortable approach and allows your body to adapt naturally. Now, let's talk about the fifth and final ingredient, one that has honestly earned its place in traditional medicine across many cultures for hundreds of years. I'm referring to ginger. Whether you choose fresh ginger root or the convenient powdered version, this simple ingredient can become a genuinely valuable addition to your morning routine. What makes ginger so impressive is that it supports several important systems in the body, all at the same time. From improving circulation to helping reduce inflammation, its benefits extend well beyond simply adding warm flavor to your morning cup of coffee. Inside ginger are natural active compounds called gingerols and shogols that have been carefully studied for their ability to promote healthy blood vessel function. These compounds gently encourage blood vessels to relax, allowing blood to circulate more freely and efficiently throughout the entire body. Better circulation means that oxygen and vital nutrients are delivered more effectively to your muscles, your organs, and your tissues. But ginger's benefits genuinely don't stop there. Chronic inflammation becomes increasingly common as we grow older, and over time, it can quietly interfere with many of the body's normal functions. By helping the body manage that inflammation, ginger supports overall cardiovascular health while creating a healthier internal environment for long-term wellness. Some research has also suggested that regular ginger consumption may help support healthy testosterone levels while contributing to improved sperm count and motility over time. Although no single food can completely transform your health overnight, consistently giving your body the nutrients it needs can absolutely make a meaningful difference. Adding ginger to your morning coffee is remarkably simple. If you're using fresh ginger, slice off a thin piece and allow it to gently steep in your coffee while it's still hot. If powdered ginger is more convenient for your routine, use about 1/4 teaspoon. Either option can fit comfortably into a consistent morning routine that takes only seconds to prepare. Now, before you rush straight into your kitchen and start mixing every single ingredient together, let me offer one very important piece of practical advice. More isn't always better. Trying all 5 ingredients on your very first day may leave your digestive system working much harder than necessary, and it can also make it harder to tell which ingredient is actually helping the most. Your body responds best when changes are introduced gradually, one at a time. Here's the patient approach I usually recommend. During your first week, begin with only cinnamon. Add 1/4 teaspoon to your morning coffee each day, and simply pay close attention to how you feel from morning to afternoon. Notice whether your energy stays more consistent throughout the morning hours. Pay attention to your focus, your mood, and even the quality of your sleep that night. Once that feels like a normal, comfortable part of your daily routine, move into the second week by adding 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder alongside the cinnamon. Now you're supporting healthier blood sugar control, while also giving your body additional compounds that encourage nitric oxide production and healthier circulation. During the third week, introduce 1 teaspoon of maca powder about 3 times per week. Remember that maca works through steady consistency rather than instant speed. Many men begin noticing improvements in their overall energy, stamina, motivation, and morning performance after using maca regularly for several weeks. Then, once you reach the 4th week, decide whether you'd like to add coconut oil or ginger first. Both are excellent choices, and either one can beautifully complement the routine you've already built. Choose whichever one feels like the better fit for your personal preferences and lifestyle. Throughout this whole process, keep an honest track of your progress. Notice your energy levels when you first wake up. Pay attention to your workouts and how they feel. Observe your mood during the workday. And of course, be completely honest with yourself about any changes you notice in your morning performance and your overall confidence. Many men report meaningful improvements within 2 to 3 weeks, while others continue seeing gradual progress over the course of a full month or even longer. The truly important thing is consistency, day after day. Once these habits quietly become part of your normal morning routine, they no longer feel like extra work. If you're someone who genuinely prefers keeping things as simple as possible, here's an easy shortcut that works beautifully. Mix cinnamon and unsweetened cocoa powder together in advance and store them in a small, airtight container. Each morning, add 1 spoonful of the mixture directly into your coffee. The entire process takes only a few seconds, making it almost impossible to skip. If you enjoy taking just a little extra time on weekends, there's another wonderful option you may want to try. Prepare a simple morning power coffee. Start with your favorite freshly brewed cup. Add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil, half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, and a small thin slice of fresh ginger. Blend everything together until the drink becomes completely smooth and creamy. The result is a rich, deeply satisfying cup that not only tastes fantastic, but also provides your body with several powerful ingredients that support healthy circulation, lasting energy, and overall vitality. Gentlemen, I want you to remember something that many people genuinely need to hear. Growing older does not mean your body has stopped responding to good care. It simply means your body may need better nutritional support than it did 20 or 30 years ago. Small, consistent habits practiced every single morning can gradually rebuild confidence, improve energy levels throughout the day, and help you feel more like your true self again. I've personally seen this happen with men in their 60s, their 70s, and even well into their 80s. Many of them firmly believed the changes they were experiencing were permanent and that nothing meaningful could be done. Yet, after making practical improvements to their daily routine over time, they were genuinely surprised by how much better they felt, both physically and mentally. That's precisely why I always encourage men to focus on long-term health instead of chasing quick fixes or dramatic overnight results. Real improvement rarely comes from searching for a single miracle solution. It comes from supporting your body's natural systems day after day, with smart, realistic decisions that are easy to maintain over months and years. Healthy circulation, balanced nutrition, regular movement, quality sleep, and honest stress management. These are the foundational habits that create results you can actually feel. The ingredients we've explored together today aren't magic, and I want to be completely transparent about that. They don't replace medical care when it's genuinely needed, and they aren't intended to cure or treat any medical condition on their own. What they do is provide your body with consistent nutritional support that complements a healthy lifestyle and gently encourages your natural biological processes to function at their very best. When your body receives the right support consistently, it often responds in ways that feel almost remarkable. You begin waking up with more natural energy. You feel stronger throughout the day. Your confidence gradually returns in small, encouraging ways. And perhaps most importantly, you stop thinking of age as a limitation and start viewing it as another stage of life that can still be filled with strength, purpose, and meaningful vitality. So here's a simple, realistic challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, choose just one of these 5 ingredients and add it to your coffee. Don't try to change everything at once. Start with one small improvement and stay completely consistent with it day after day. Pay careful attention to how your body responds over the next several weeks. I'd also genuinely love to hear from you directly. Leave a comment below and tell me what you usually put in your morning coffee. Have you ever tried any of the 5 ingredients we discussed in this video? If not, which one are you planning to start with first? Your personal experience could genuinely encourage another man somewhere who may be quietly facing the same challenges but hasn't yet taken that important first step. If you found this information helpful and practical, please consider sharing this video with a close friend, a brother, a coworker, or someone you truly care about. Sometimes the most meaningful gift we can offer another person is practical, judgment-free information that encourages them to take better care of their own health going forward. And if you're interested in straightforward, evidence-informed conversations about men's health after the age of 50, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you won't miss any future videos. My goal is remarkably simple. No fear, no judgment, no unrealistic promises, just practical, real-world strategies that can help you stay healthier, stronger, and more confident as the years continue to pass. Always remember this important truth. Growing older is absolutely not the same as giving up on your vitality or your quality of life. The small, consistent decisions you make every single morning can quietly shape how you feel for the rest of that day. And those daily choices, repeated week after week, can eventually shape the overall quality of your entire life going forward. Keep taking genuine care of yourself, stay active, stay consistent, and never underestimate what your body is still capable of when you give it the steady support it genuinely deserves. I'm Dr. Nora Hayes, and I want to leave you with one final, heartfelt reminder. Your best years are not necessarily behind you. With the right daily habits, the right patient mindset, and steady commitment to your long-term health, some of your strongest, most confident, and most fulfilling years may still be waiting just ahead of you. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you in the next video.